All right, well, what we're gonna do now, and it's always an important part of ever having a successful hunt, is we're gonna show you how to skin this alligator. And I'm gonna use my outdoor edge, and this is actually the swing blade. And it's kind of handy that way because it's got two great options for skinning. I've got a regular knife blade on this side, and the other side, I've got, you can see it's got the back end there. It's a strong, thick piece of steel, but it's sharpened right here, so it's almost like a gut hook that you can slide up underneath and pop everything with. So we're gonna use both parts of this knife while we're working on this alligator. But first, I'm gonna take this knife, and I'm gonna start right here at the neck, and I'm gonna cut right along the scales here. And the big thing here is just like if you're doing a, if you're skinning for a, skinning a bear, or if you're skinning a lion or even a coyote, you wanna make sure you don't go too deep and you stay right along the edge there. So now I've got my initial cut, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch over and I'm gonna run this blade, and you can see I'm able to follow right down the center line. And when I hit that deep, firm meat of the tail, I'm gonna switch back over to my other blade, and I'm gonna keep cutting right up the tail here. And then very similar to a bear, when you have a mount, they open up from this skin, and they open up the skin so you can see all the feet and everything else. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna draw a little line from the inside of his wrist, then in the middle, all the way across to the chest. And we're gonna take that right up to the joint here. And again here, I'm gonna switch my swing blade. This gut hook on this is awesome. And it's perfect for cutting a straight line. But you can see what I've done here is I've cut along the inside, so when they open that up, and we'll show you as I skin this alligator down, you'll be able to have all the dark skin, all the dark scales on the outside, and if they need to trim that up, they can. I'm hardly pushing on this, and I'm cutting straight through the middle, all the way up here, and I'm gonna come straight across right here. And if you knew how thick gator skin was and how tough it was, you'd be able to realize how handy this is. Now I'm gonna roll around and I'm gonna work on the other side, but first I'm gonna peel this back so I've got it back. So again, I'm gonna take my outdoor edge here, swing blaze, I call it swing blade, but technically it's swing blaze. And I'm gonna go back to my knife and I'm gonna finish working. All right, what we're gonna do here is I start with a finger on the very edge, and I'm gonna start cutting in here, and I'm trying to clean skin this guy. So I'm gonna work here as tight as I can so there's not any flesh or sinew really left on this hide. Now if you can look at that, you can see there's the great meat underneath. So you want to utilize as many parts of the animal as you can, and that's an alligator getting skinned right here. Well, there you go. That's a beautiful alligator hide. Now you know how to skin an alligator. Even if you never have to, it's nice to know how to.